And we are finally live. Hey guys, just setting things up. Welcome to the live show, the Big Nasty and Chanko and Big Nasty's show, live show. How you doing, Mike? Doing all right, buddy?
Doing good. How are you?
Doing
How are
good?
you? I heard you had a nice nap today. I heard.
Yeah, I did, man. An unscheduled. Yeah. It's the benefits, I guess, maybe, but uh, of not having anything else going on.
Yeah.
But enough about me. Like always, we have another great guest this week, man. You want to tell everybody about him and
Yeah.
bring him out?
Yeah. So our good buddy Suspiria, um, after her episode, she's like, "Hey, you really have to check this guy out." And she showed me Nick's page, and she's like, "He's great. You should ask him to come on." And I started looking through his stuff, and it was wild. It's different than what I've seen. I loved it right away, and she was completely right. And it's yeah, stylistically really different from what you see in comics specifically. So I immediately loved it and reached out to Nick, and he was interested in coming on. And so yeah, let's bring our new friend Nick out.
And here is Nick. Hey, Nick.
Hey guys,
Thanks for doing this, man. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much. Yeah, we're really excited about this, and yeah, really glad to talk to you. Like I was saying, I think your stuff is so cool and innovative, and really like a new thing in comics that and I love seeing when people are doing new and exciting things.
Right on. Thanks for saying that. And yes, I like compliments. Please.
Well, we're good at compliments here.
Yeah.
So first, what we'll do is we're going to say hi to our friends in the chat who showed up, and then we'll get right into the interview and hearing your story.
Right on.
All right. Let's see. Got K Munin.
Always
took his
always first.
mantle back. Yeah, being first. And then we got Lewis.
Hey, Louie.
And Alex,
good to see you.
And then Mr. Mark,
as always, good to see you, Mark.
Yeah, and Rob S.
Same.
And then let's see, Space Case Collective.
Good to see you.
And then you got Matt,
the great and powerful Matt.
And then Stevie D.
One of the nicest people, Stevie D.
You got Mr. Brittle.
Hey, Brittle, good to see you.
And Jeff Jack.
Hey, Jeff. As always, good to see you.
Let's see. They were talking. There's Brittany.
Hey, Brittany. Glad to see you.
And Michael.
Michael. Always a good one to see in the chat.
And our most powerful Blue Wrench, JSS.
Thank you for everything you do, JSS.
Yes, thank you, buddy. Thank you. And another good Blue Wrench,
Derek, our good buddy.
And AG.
I was just talking. AG and I were talking quite a bit about comic auctions today.
AGG. We always say AG. I always wonder if people think, what the hell are you talking about? It says AJ. But and then let's see. Yep, that'll be it for now. We'll acknowledge as they roll in. So
absolutely.
Again, Nick, thanks for doing this, man. It's this is our pleasure, man. This is like Mike was saying, you are the star. So we will let's see here. Let's reorganize. Boom. Make you slightly bigger. So
I'm so pretty.
Yeah.
So we start the interview kind of the same way every week when we do this, and it's what made you decide and get involved in a career in art, and then how did you get involved in comics?
Okay, good question. So I got into comics. I mean, as a fan, obviously first. I think most of us start that way. Since I was fairly young, I had an older brother that would take me to the comic book shop. And for those who know Toronto, where I grew up right outside of Toronto, there was I remember the first time going to the Silver Snail downtown, which was like the shop. And Mark Aswick used to run it at the time. He used to produce Prisoners of Gravity, if you guys are familiar with that show from the 80s. He was the manager.
Canadian or Canadian?
He was Canadian. Yeah,
okay,
Canadian.
we have a lot of Canadian friends in the chat, but we're both in the US.
But anyway, so I mean, I would have been young at the time, but I remember seeing this, like a really, not just like a mom and pop shop, like this was the shop where like, rows after rows, and it's just like, and that was the first time I thought, all right, like, this is what I want to do. I always like set, but then kind of reality hits as you get a little bit older, and I didn't end up going to art school. Pressures of trying to have a real job, which I still don't think I do, got me going in. I went to university, got a degree in science, genetics specifically.
Oh,
and
really?
I was, and what I was planning to do with that, if I'm being perfectly honest, I have no idea. Maybe med school or something to keep the parents happy, but
right.
I didn't even go that route. I didn't even apply. I finished my degree. I was like unemployed, and a friend of mine who I used to draw with back when we were young, like 12, 13, he reached out and he's like, hey man, now that you're back in town, why don't, there's a show coming up in Toronto. Why don't we do a few pages like we always used to talk about and see if we can get published? And that's all. And then we went, and who we spoke to, a young, vibrant Yannick Paquette before he became a DC superstar. But he's from Montreal, and Canada.
Very cool.
Here. And Yannick was like super nice to us, and he took a shine on us, and he grabbed some of our stuff, and he was like, hey, let me show some stuff. And I thought that was the last we'd hear of it. I thought, he's just being nice, God bless, but I don't expect anything. And then 3 months later, we got a call to work on, and this is true, we got a call to work on the Underworld movie adaptation for Sony Pictures.
Wow.
By way of IDW. Yeah. It was just like our portfolio somehow got passed around. And at the time, I was really influenced by John Van Fleet. I loved what he was doing with Vertigo's Shadows Fall and the Typhoid series.
Yeah.
And also like artists like Mignola. But I really loved that high contrast style where I would like lay down blocks of shapes, purely black and white, and then I would paint over the inks. And from what I understand, and this is all kind of hearsay, the director took he wanted that look, and I guess we were a cheap alternative. So they hired us to do that. And that was like, I had never done a published page in my life. And all of a sudden that fell into our lap. And
wow.
Yeah, man. And I remember like that day, as soon as that contract was signed, I went out, bought my first like graphics tablet, a little Intuos tablet. And I was like water. So my partner at the time would do the pencils, and then I would do the inks, which I was always arrogance aside, I was always a decent inker. And, but with my colors, I was on the fly. I was, I grabbed a set of watercolors, I was watercoloring, and then digitally editing those colors. And dude, I was learning on the go. It was just, I was so determined to make this work. And
that's amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah.
That you did it on the fly like that.
And then after that, and we were working on a tight deadline. So I was just like, I think it wasn't like a huge book. It was those standard graphic novels, maybe it was like 50 pages or so, 52 pages. And we had to turn it over in, I think it was about 2 months. So, but that was a grind for me at the time.
Sure.
But I was young. I was in my 20s. And when you're in your 20s, you can do those all-nighters.
Stay up all night.
So, yeah. So I made that work. And then afterwards, it did well. It was even included in the special edition DVD at the time for the movie.
Really?
So if anyone has that movie and is listening on this chat, you might have that little booklet if you bought the special edition DVD.
This is like original like DVD Blu-ray or man.
Like this would have been 2003, 2004.
Amazing.
Wow. Yeah. And I occasionally still have at shows people bringing me that little, it's like a miniaturized version of the graphic novel and bringing it to me,
That
for a
is
sign. Yeah.
phenomenal. That like
Yeah.
to start that way, where you get involved in like in a huge franchise like
Yeah.
right away, and then to get
Yeah.
the thing into the DVD is, I mean, you had to feel like so lucky. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah. I thought, yeah, dude, you really made it.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
I don't think we've heard someone come on yet that where it was just like, yeah, I turned in my portfolio, no big deal. I got Underworld. Nobody's ever said that.
And I mean, it wasn't even, dude, it was like 5 pages, it wasn't even a full portfolio. I didn't have a full portfolio. That's what I turned in is literally what
That's
I
all
had.
it takes sometimes, man. I swear, yeah.
And and I'm not going to say it was easy after that. Like, boy, it was like a lot of ups and downs to get to where I am today.
Oh yeah.
But I will say this: I always wonder if it had not been so easy at the beginning, where I'm lucky and I have no illusions about that I did not have to like struggle with rejection and upon rejection for years. I got it so quickly, and so you get a taste of, okay, this could work. I could make this work. Hey, it worked this time. Arguably, I can make it work again and again and again. If I didn't have that, I don't know if I would have had the perseverance to do that. If after a couple of rejections, I would have been like, it wasn't meant to be. I'll do something else. But we'll never know. In this timeline, this is how it turned out.
It is great to have that, at least like synaptically you can reach back to that positive endorphin rush that you had so early on. That it's like okay, just reach back. I can feel that thing. Like I've heard Michael Jordan talk about this. Like when he would struggle, he would reach back to times where he's successful, and that kind of drove him. So that's a great, like AG just said, a great origin story. Really great.
And guys, I was no sugarcoating it. I had like severe imposter syndrome. Like I remember going to my first con and thinking like, who am I? Like, look at all these awesome, amazing artists, and like these guys are the real pros. Like I'm just some schmuck who got lucky with like one book. But I do think now that since I've gotten to know a lot of other pros, and we're all like a tight community here in Toronto, and like a lot of people have that exact same story. Just no one thinks that. Everyone thinks it's we're all in our own ego. But really, a lot of people feel that way. If you don't feel that way, you're probably a bit of a dick,
Right.
Rich,
I feel that every week when we do this. Like, how the hell who let those two on? But just something I know chronologically this probably won't be in order, but it's kind of related. Rich, could you pull up? There's the Assassin's Creed one image that we had.
Yeah.
Just because you've really been able to get into some really great franchises, like some great video game stuff. Like this is amazing, this Assassin's Creed, but also like you got RuneScape, Dark Souls, Diablo, enormous. How did you get involved in kind of some of these video game adaptations?
Oh yeah, okay. So here, actually, this Assassin's Creed is great. So. And the writer for Assassin's Creed was Fred Kennedy, who's my partner with Dead Romans, which is like my main image series out there right now. And Fred is a diehard Assassin's Creed fan. Like, like what I love working with Fred, the guy is just so passionate, and it's like our banter makes my day as is, and the fact that we're doing this, I think we're both still like amazed that we're making a living doing this kind of stuff, So it's just so fun. But so Lunac Comics, who was the studio that hired us to do this, the owner of that is Serge Lapointe, and he's actually the guy who first kind of introduced me to the Underworld series. Wow. He was going to adapt it with another company he was working for at the time, and then IDW picked it up. Yeah. So that's where I first met Serge, who was a friend of Yannick Paquette's. And it all kind of comes back around. Like, it's funny, like we all kind of keep in touch of what everyone's doing over the years. Like, I think if you want to, have a strong showing in this business, like you got to make good relationships with people and be friendly. Yeah. And because you never know when something's going to come back. And here's a perfect example. 20 years later, 20 years later.
It's all
Serge
about the
comes in.
connections, man.
Yeah, he reaches out to me. He's like, "Hey guys, love Dead Romans. You want to work on Assassin's Creed?" That's all it took, you know.
Yeah, it's unbelievable that, I mean, to, those are, I mean, everyone around the world knows Assassin's Creed and Diablo. I mean, like, that's,
Yeah.
RuneScape for many years. Yeah, these are.
Oh, and regarding those other ones, so, and that was Titan reached out to me. That's through Titan Comics. They do all those. They have all those IPs, those licenses. So like RuneScape, Dark Souls, Diablo, and it was total cold reach out to me. Dead Romans seem to have like a really good following in the UK, where Titan is based, because I had a lot of editors, UK based editors, from like Titan, from Rebellion, all reach out to me for work, and Titan was the first one. And the funny thing is, I was always a fan of Titan stuff. I loved all those IPs, so it was kind of meant to be. So I jumped on it like right away, and they even offered me to do the Zack Snyder series, Rebel Moon, as well. But I was embroiled with Dead Romans, so I had to turn that down. Not because I didn't want to, because I was already just committed. But I would have loved to have done that one as well. But really? Titan's great. Titans, yeah, they're great. And yeah, Diablo. Oh my God, who didn't? I mean, I used to play Diablo.
It's so good.
Back in university when I should have been studying, which may explain why I'm doing this today rather than what I studied for. But yeah. So to do Diablo was a trip for me, Yeah.
There are a couple of questions in the chat that I don't want to get too far, but AG asked, "Did your science background help with your art?"
No. Well, I mean, I think the only thing it might have helped in is, like, I approach everything very analytically and trial and error, and I mean, but I don't know. Like, see, I don't have a frame of reference. I don't know how other people who did the proper route did it. But I kind of believe there is no proper route. If you really have your head set on something, you're gonna do it. I've seen, like, my own personal experiences. I get seen people show me portfolios all the time, and I've seen stronger portfolios. I mean, I've seen kids from art school with amazing portfolios, like way stronger than I was at that time at their age. But I've seen also ones where, you guys got a lot to go. But I've seen some people who just grassroots, like I did it, with amazing stuff. So you just never know. I think it's all about personal determination. And if you want to do something, man, you'll do it. Like comics has been like a bitch goddess to me, where it's like such ups and such downs, but it keeps drawing. Like, if you want to do it, you find a way to make it work, and yeah, that's my philosophy. Yeah,
I think that's a great philosophy. We have questions. We'll get to your questions in the chat in just a bit, but I wanted to make sure we got through some of the pictures that we pulled. Again, it's not going to be chronologically accurate. I apologize, but Rich, can we show that Frankenstein image? This is amazing. I didn't even realize it was Frankenstein until I read. So this was a contribution to a book, right?
Yes, and that was, again, a local Toronto publisher. They're called Slam Press Tomes, and they do these compilations. Like, one was Frankenstein, one was Dracula. They recently did one like Red Riding Hood, and Suspiria, actually, she contributed to that one. I think she did the cover for that one, actually.
Oh, really?
It looks amazing. Looks amazing. If you want to look
everything
that one
she does, she crushes the work.
I know. We're all amateurs compared to her.
She's great, but you're great too.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Don't like knock yourself down, but yeah.
So this one was fun, and again, like, because I have a personal affinity for the horror genre, especially classical literary horror, and so again, like Martin of Slam Press Tomes, he just and it's all, what I love about this is it's a compilation of all Toronto artists. So I mean, we all know each other in the book, and I love seeing names of people I have beers with and chat with, and so it was my pleasure to contribute to this book. And I did this one, and I did after this one, and he loved it so much. I asked me to do a cover for his Dracula book, which he was reprinting. So I did that one, and I did, and again, for this one, I tried to have it look exactly like it was described by Mary Shelley in the
It's a
traditional
great
book.
interpretation. I like, and
Yeah, it's awesome.
just to tell you, Rich is like the biggest Frankenstein fan, by the way.
Oh, right on, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I love this, man. This and Conan, so you're right up my alley.
Oh, thanks. Oh, and when we get to Conan has been like one of my bucket lists. I grew up with Conan the Barbarian. I just assumed life was like that, and to be able to actually work on that was like the little boy in me was just smiling. And
well, let's just bring that one up.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Just
and a shout out to like Heroic Signatures, and like Jim Zub was props to him, man. You know how this started? And guys, like everyone listening, this is how great comics is. We're at the airport, like coming back from San Diego, and it's like, oh, hey, there's Jim. And we just happen to be sitting together and doing our best Conan impressions. And next thing I know, Jim's like reaching out, hey, if you got time, you want to do a cover for Conan?
Like, well, hell yeah.
Yeah, like, yeah, man. Yeah, I do. And Heroic Signatures has been great. Like Chris Patera, the editor, like they're just great there. I love working for them. Anytime they send me something, I jump on it because they're a really fun company to work with. They make me feel like a fan.
Rich, could you show the pinup for the
oh yeah, this one. Yeah, this one's just badass, dude.
Was this like the centerfold or something for this, or what?
So on top of the cover, I did a series of pinups. They're not all in the same issue.
Okay.
I think in this issue is actually the Solomon Kane pinup.
Yeah.
So it started like they asked me like, hey, can you pick a character and just do an interior in your style, just a bust, like a headshot. And then I did a few sketches for my favorites, which were like Conan, Solomon Kane, and Bellet. And Chris gets back to me. He's like, do them all, man. Like, love what you're doing with this. Do them all. And then since then, I've done like a few more. I did, I just did Valeria, and I did a cover for that as well. I can't show it yet, but that's coming up. That's coming soon.
You still have the original for this?
I'm sorry?
You still have the original for this? Or is it all digital?
I did this one digitally. Yeah.
Okay.
And I should, because you're not the first one, and a lot of people have been asking. I'm like, oh man, I'm just losing money. But
it would even be a great print. If you had this at conventions, this is.
I do bring prints of this at conventions. So for anyone wanting it, yeah.
Yeah, that one's awesome. I love
it. Like this, like modern Conan. I mean, of course, we all love Barry Windsor Smith and all the kind of original kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
But for like modern stuff, I think this can't be beat. This is exactly what I would want to see Conan be.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's right up there, man. It has that old school feel to it, and with a little bit of new, So yeah, I love it, dude.
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
So what I wanted to ask about is Corpse Night. Do you have the image for that, Rich? It'll be
do you because that hasn't been released yet, so I don't know if we're jumping the gun here.
I might be jumping the gun. Maybe what we could do instead, I think Rich has a limited amount of image space, but Rich, would it be possible to I mean, we really have to talk about Dead Romans. It's kind of like the passion project.
That's the main thing. Yeah, there we go. Dead Romans.
I have this. I'm reading it, and I had to get this like to Rich kind of right before the show because I was going to show it. I'm rearranging a room in my house where I'm like painting, and it's buried under something. But I'm in the middle of reading the hardcover. Yeah. But it's great. Can you talk a little bit about Dead Romans? Because this was like you and your creative partner are like this is like a passion project for you guys.
Absolutely. It's our little bromance. So I met Fred. You mentioned the Voyager earlier. That book did not do too well. Again, like I'm a history buff, and that one was a historic epic. It didn't sell. I mean, it was a small indie publisher, so I don't know what I was expecting, but that Fred found me through that book. And he had this, which was brewing, because Fred and I are both Roman history fans. So those like memes you see, that's like we're the demographic for those silly memes, And I was in a point where I'm like, I was listening to a podcast the History of Rome podcast, which you can find on Spotify. And I wanted to do one about the Punic Wars, like with Carthage and Hannibal, and I found it was fascinating. And then it was like some weird serendipitous event where Fred, I'm thinking this, listening to this podcast, Fred reaches out to me that night. He's like, "Hey man, I've got a thing to you know," and it wasn't the first time he asked me, he said, "Hey, would you be open to doing like a book together?" And honestly, at the time when he asked me at a show, I was not. So I kind of, I politely kind of brushed him off, but I was just, keep in touch. And then, he was tenacious and he said, "Hey, I got one about the Battle of the Teutoburg Forest." Yeah. Which for those of you who don't know, that's one of ancient Rome's epic major defeats, where 3 Roman legions were completely annihilated in the Teutoburg Forest in Germania. And they just disappeared. They disappeared. And like no one knew what happened to them. So Fred, and Fred's an avid history buff. Like he did a lot of research. So he crafted this story focusing on Arminius, who was a real character, the Roman general who was an actual German nobleman raised in Rome.
The greatest part to me. I loved this. I'm sorry to interrupt. I loved it.
Yeah. And he betrayed the Romans by uniting the tribes and ambushing them in the forest. And then the other character, our other main female lead, Honoria, who's actually the lead of the story, is his lover, but she's a loyal slave to Varus, the Roman general governor who was leading the Romans. So they have this affair going. And he's actually, Arminius wants to annihilate the Romans, but he wants her as his queen. But she doesn't know this. He kept it all from her. So the story is really the two of them trying to find each other within the context of this battle, which is going on, raging for days in this forest. And it becomes a horror, because what the Germanic warriors are doing to the Romans is just, sacrifices, complete, mutilations to their gods, and it becomes horrific. But Fred and I joke, at the core of it, it's a love story with two people in a toxic relationship, And there we go.
Yeah. I'm about halfway through. I wanted to finish. I couldn't find the thing. I wanted to finish it for the thing, but yes, Louis, this is available. It's widely available. I think I got mine on Amazon actually, or did I? Yeah. And but you mentioned there's a continuation. Dead Romans Invicta?
Correct. It's called Dead Romans Invicta. We are in mid-production with it right now. We are aiming for solicitations in the fall. I got to be we had aimed to release it last year, but I got so caught up with a lot of cover work. I had kind of a snail space, but at this point, we really want it out this year. So I'm grinding away at it. And it is a direct continuation. So the first hardcover, which compiles the first 6 issues, it was a standalone story because, we didn't know how it would be received. And, but it did really well. And Fred made this follow-up arc. It essentially concludes the story of Arminius and Honoria. And again, he follows the actual historical events, like what happened 10 years after this battle, when Arminius is now the king of this tribal confederation. But the Romans are now trying to, it's like the Rome strikes back kind of deal. Because
what a great concept! Because and relevant. There's kind of like the meme about how all men eventually find their way into studying Roman history or watching Roman documentaries. That's kind of one of the things that bites you at some point in your life.
It's true. It's absolutely true. Anyone who does study it, people who don't, you're probably rolling your eyes at us. But if you're at all curious, epistemologically speaking, as to the history of Europe or North Africa or the Middle East, the Levant, you have to get to Rome, because it all goes back to Rome and the way Rome established the network of the trade network by their military and essentially the way the government systems work.
Yeah,
it all comes back. You'd be surprised how much of it goes back to Rome. Even the follow-up empires, whether it was the Muslim caliphates with the Ottoman Empire, the European empires, the Russian Empire, they all modeled it after Rome. It's fascinating. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm nerding out to it. Yeah.
Welcome to the History Channel, everyone.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I just pull up some images and we'll just talk about the images? I just want to make sure people see the breadth of your art because it's really cool. Rich, would you pull up pretty much any image? Maybe the ghostly one. That's kind of a cool one. This is from the Toronto. It's like a ghost walk that was done in Toronto. You have several of these. I love this. This like blew the doors off for me. This was so good.
Oh, and can I get a little backstory of this?
Please do.
Quickly?
Yeah.
Okay. So this was called The Haunted Walk, and it was through Pop Sandbox, who I also worked on the book Kink with prior. And here's a great example of a project that should have been like amazing, and I loved my work for it. I did over 150 of these, and they were received and it was like they just sat on my drive for the longest time, and then I posted them for the first time last October over Halloween. I started getting very active on Instagram, and I said, I have all this content, I never post anything. Let me start. Let me see how that's going. I just started posting daily over Halloween, and I got an amazing response on the Haunted Walk stuff.
I love it.
And the problem with the Haunted Walk was, when we were supposed to be released, right when COVID happened and all the shutdown happened, and it was supposed to be an interactive walking app where you go to building, but then it happened right when all the shutdown happened, and it just faded into nothing immediately, and it was such a disappointment, man. And this is the nature of commercial art, where stuff like this happens, and
this needs to be a book. Like this has to come out.
Well, we and that's been brewing for a while.
Okay.
We're getting it almost came out last year, like a volume of all the images compiled. We even got cover mock-ups ready for it. It was just we were trying to get it out for the Toronto Comic Art Festival last April, but for whatever reason it didn't happen. It's not all of it is under my control. It's still owned by the publisher.
Everybody, if you could go, make sure you check out Nick's Instagram, nick.marinkovich on Instagram. You could see all of these. We have a limited amount of space for the show, but these are all what? And are these digital, or what's the medium for these?
They are digital. And a lot of people ask me that. And let's just say, guys, I've developed an approach where I want all my digital stuff to look very analog. And I love the fact it's a little trick for me that no one can tell. So
it's great. I thought this was almost like and I'm sorry about my lack of artistic lexicon, but where it's like the scratch, where you scratch off the blackboard. What is that called?
A scratch board, yeah.
Scratch board, yeah. I was going exactly for that look. So you're right on track to what I was trying to get people to think I was doing. Yeah.
It looks fantastic. So another one that I had a question on that I thought was really, really cool is you did something for Molson Beer.
Oh yeah.
Rich.
That was well, I mean, we're all
no, it's the
I don't. Was it the chef?
I don't have.
You're seeing
but it looks like it's like these guys. There's a couple guys. I don't know.
Oh shit! Yeah,
no, I don't.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't have. Yeah, I didn't bring that one up.
That's okay. But how did you get involved with the Molson Beer ad?
Oh, that was through. Okay, so one of the studios. I don't think they're around anymore, but I was working with regularly Juggernaut Studios, Craig Small being the creative director. He got the job. There it is. He got the job for an ad. It was their anniversary, and it was Molson History of the Making. So it was a series of paintings, which they would animate. Starting with that Molson export ship. what's that type of ship called? My brain. But anyway, that ship going through the waves, and then like the establishment of the bank, and then all this, I remember it being somewhat of a headache, but it was it was a big brand to work on, and
Yeah,
I did this like right after Haunted Walk.
one of the biggest brands in Canada. I mean,
Yeah.
they have the. I lived in Canada for a year, so it was, like what you got used to certain ads, and Molson was certainly one of them.
I don't think I posted it, but I did this great one of the main brewery. It's huge. It's massive in Toronto. And I did this big wide screen pan painting of it, which I was really happy. I don't think I've ever posted it, but yeah, it's there. It exists. Yeah.
Yeah. So the other one, sorry, Rich, the one that you just had, the knight with the halo, that is, and I have it. It's Sinclair.
Sinclair, yeah, that's Roddy from an artist, and he's associated with West Side Comics in Newmarket, and they're a great shop. Anyone in Canada, go to. I mean, it's the best comic store. Omar Sayer is, and if he's listening, awesome guy, and Roddy this comic called Sinclair, and I think he had like a couple issues out. He was doing a Kickstarter for a next one, and he just asked me to do the cover for it. And because of the genre of stuff I do, I tend to do a lot of fantasy. Everyone's asking me to do knights and Romans.
I was going to ask you about that
fantasy art. I'm being very typecast, guys.
Yeah.
But hey, it's great. It's fun. It's good.
Is it? And I was going to ask if you felt that was typecast, or if it's something that you're drawn to. This stylistically is what you enjoy.
Oh, I absolutely enjoy it for sure. The reason I started doing that is because I really dug that. I wanted to draw, like I love it. I love drawing intricate armor and just those eras, whether it's Rome, whether it's the Middle Ages, etc. Because I am a history nut. I mean, mind you, I do like to do other things as well, but it's funny how much the work just piles on, and you try to do as much as you can, but I am holding out for doing other things, as you will see in the upcoming months. Yeah,
I think maybe that's kind of the next thing we get. Can we talk about Corpse Night? That I think maybe that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I can show it. It's supposed to drop this month.
Oh,
so that's an exclusive I did for number one.
Okay.
Through my rep, Annabelle Kirby, and she's the one who hooked me up with that. And
Annabelle, I know Annabelle. She's she's the partner of Ito.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think I'm supposed to show it yet. So that's why.
So the one that's on Instagram is not supposed to be shown, or we can show that one, the one that you have public.
Well, did I post it? I don't think I posted. I might have done a story of it.
Well, I pulled it off Instagram, so maybe
can I see? Can I see?
Could you show the Pale Knight one, Rich?
Oh, Pale Knight.
Yeah.
Sorry, not Corpse Knight. Pale Knight.
Oh no. Oh, maybe I misspoke. See, okay, sorry, everybody.
So many nights, right?
Pale Knight. I'm sorry.
Nights everywhere, guys. So Pale Knight. No, that's Mad Cave. This is out. The hardcover for this is out.
Yeah, I was thinking it was. I thought I'd seen this, so I thought my brain was malfunctioning.
This was a fun one. And so I got introduced to the guys in Mad Cave while at the New York Con. Fred, my partner, is also working doing books with them. Like he just did the Cocaine Hippos book. And
did he?
Yeah, that's Fred, man.
I didn't realize it was him.
That's all Fred. And now he just did Speed Racer, which just the previews for that just dropped.
Yeah.
So
a friend of ours are you talking about the anthology one?
I don't know. I saw the thing yesterday. I don't know what he's doing, but Fred's really busy. But yeah, Pale Knight dropped. I did these covers last year, and I believe the hard cover just dropped. It was either December or like January or something like that.
It's great. I love this. This is This is right up my alley. Like I love kind of
it's really cool.
Yeah,
it was like set during the Middle Ages, during the Black Plague. So it was a very, Seventh Seal type vibe, the story is very Seventh Seal, like very Ingmar Bergman. And that was totally my jam. So I love doing that, and I did like a plague doctor for one of the covers, and the
long thing.
Yeah.
I had a question for you that was sent to me.
So
absolutely. Let me I'm looking for it. So I have this question for Nick. If you had to choose between these delicious dishes, you can only pick one forever and nothing else. A, rum ham, B, water steak, or B or C, milk steak. What is your choice?
Well, that's an excellent question. It's one believe it or not, I've thought about it possibly every night for years now. I would go with rum ham. That's my thing.
That sounds the most delicious. Milk steak don't sound very good. I don't know.
And the other one, I think they misspoke. It's supposed to be sloppy steaks, but for the water steaks. But yes, rum ham all the way. I would cry for rum ham, as he's floating away from me.
I like the I knew milk steak. I knew the reference for that, but because I know It's Always Sunny, of course. But
rum ham, Always Sunny, as it's floating away. In the ocean, rum ham. Yeah.
But I guess the other one, the water steak or whatever. That's I Think You Should Leave.
That's right. Absolutely. Right on, man. Right on.
I know the memes. I don't know. Yeah. I don't completely know the show. It is, all the memes are hilariously funny.
Yeah. I do think that
I love the show.
The person who asked that question has to be a psychopath of some sort.
As when I was sent the question, I was like, he's going to think I'm insane if I
do absolutely, without question.
Guilty as charged.
Tell the audience what we're referring to, Mike.
Yeah, that's our good friend Suspiria. Our buddy Suspiria. Sent that one.
I suspected that little psychopath was responsible for all this. For those of you who don't know Suspiria, yes, this is pure Suspiria.
You just showed the cover for Honor and Curse. Do we have that one, Rich? It's kind of the robot guy looking guy.
Oh yeah, out now. Issue 1 for Mad Cave. Mark London writing, Jamie Infante doing the interiors, and they look gorgeous. And so right after On the Tales of Pale Night,
no robots.
Oh, that's okay.
Mad Cave got in touch with me, and they're like, "Hey, are you rearing to do another series?" And it's so manga influenced, which I loved. And even when they were showing me like the cover mocks, I'm like, yeah, man, let's do this. I want to do this. And the whole, and mind you, I don't do the interiors. I'm not responsible for the story, but I love it. Where it's about this, like, if you're into, this kind of folklore in Japanese mythology, where
cool.
the Genshi, which is like this like demon essentially being subdued in this warrior who's like immortal, and then but the first series took place in the past. Now it's in modern day, and where it gets like released, and so it's been a trip. I think the first like 4 or 5 covers are all previewed right now.
Yeah,
and it's been really fun working on this one. Yeah,
it looks really cool. I saw the other one. I guess I sent the wrong one to Rich, but this and you did just show the make sure you go to Nick's Instagram and check the another one just dropped. Really, really, really cool stuff. And we love Bad Cave. You've been working with them for a while now, right?
I have, and again, they're great. Again, they're one of those companies that you feel you feel that enthusiasm of what made comics fun in the first place. And I'm not going to badmouth other companies, but when it's like not funny and you're like, why are we even doing this, guys? But
Right.
companies like Mad Cave and Heroic Signatures, they remind you, like, yeah, comics are about entertainment, and it makes you feel like that kid who you were, and where, man, how excited I was to pick up that issue, on new release day. And like, I used to save up, like, I don't know, I think we all have that kind of story. We used to save up our money, go down to that comic store. I used to have to hide them from my parents because they were like, stop reading that crap,
Right.
like, and it's funny in hindsight with what kids are exposed to today. Like,
Right.
comic books were so
It's
bad.
the same.
Yeah, comic books were horrible.
in the 80s,
Yeah, like if reading comic books was like the least thing my mom and dad had to worry about. I was like sneaking out and going to punk rock shows when I was like 14. So
right.
I probably that was not safe, in like abandoned warehouses with like drums with flames to heat it. It was not a good idea. But
I remember when I was like 15, or like 15, 16 years old, like grade 10. And I went to go see Susie and the Banshees play at like a Tuesday night, and the show started at like 10 p.m. And my dad was like, "Where are you going? What's wrong with you?" Like, he couldn't conceive and understand. I was like, "Stop! Get off my case, man!" Like,
it's not a phase, Dad.
Yeah. But I did it. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? And looking back, so those were some of the best times of life. But
100%, man. No regret.
I was lucky, man. I was a latchkey kid, or whatever you want to call it, because it was just me and my dad, and he was just like, "Call me in the morning. Make sure you're okay." I'm like, "Okay, thanks. I'm out.
Make sure you're alive." Yeah, that's good. You're alive, great.
Yeah.
Very cool. So, Nick, normally at this part of the show, what we do is we'll share the link, and we'll allow some of our friends to come on and ask a question or two, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's do it up.
So, everybody, if you have a question for our new buddy Nick, please just join in, and Rich will ask, or Rich will he's posting the link, and you can join us and ask a question. So, how about like upcoming projects, upcoming conventions, anything news you want to share for all your old fans and new fans?
The big thing, people, and please, like, keep on waiting for it and putting the hype out. Dead Romans Invicta. That's like, we've been working on this book for a couple of years now, and
Matt.
Hey guys.
Hey.
I wanted to come on because you talked about Sinclair and Roddy Williams, and I had actually got a couple.
Canadian here.
There you go. Yeah.
And I'm part of the Kickstarter for issue 3. So I was lucky enough to meet Roddy. He talked about it, and I think I got it on camera, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah.
But no, they were good books, and so you're part of the Toronto scene, so you'd know guys like Mike Ruth, for example.
Absolutely, I love Mike. Mike's a great guy.
I saw Mike today. He was doing a signing in Ottawa. So I got him to sign his Vampirella.
Nice.
Hang on, man.
Nice. Yeah.
So
show it again, Matt.
Yeah. Okay. The Sinclair books, nice and easy. Sinclair #1. This story is really good. Everybody out there.
It is, guys. Yeah. Again, if you're a history buff, especially with Scottish history.
Or if you're into the royal, the alleged ties of the Sinclairs to the Holy Grail.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Man, Roddy knows his stuff, and I love the enthusiasm about it, and I was happy to help him along with it. Are you local as well, or
I'm Ottawa?
You're in Ottawa, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I asked about Ottawa Comic Con if you were coming up.
See, I'm not. In terms of shows, I'll I had to scale back on the shows just to get Dead Romans done, man, because
Mhm.
shows always take up a chunk of your time. I will be most likely doing New York and possibly
Awesome sauce.
Mhm.
So far just New York is confirmed.
Cool.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, Stevie.
It's not even confirmed, but most likely yes.
So no, that is really cool. Which issue of Conan was that you did, the Savage Sword?
That's Savage Sword, but I've done a few since then. I've done I just did, sorry, let me, for Conan Barbarian, I believe I did issue 27. Then I did one called Battle of the Blackstone. I did one of the covers.
I have
for that.
27. I had like Rich. I'm a huge Conan fan. So
right on. Savage Sword, I believe that's issue. Is it issue 2 of the new Savage Sword? Right.
Yes, no. I have that entire run. So
very cool.
And then I did a Solomon Kane one. I have another Solomon Kane come.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I'm submitting it next month. I don't know when it's actually being released. Which issue?
Now I'm beginning to, because like when I was talking with Chonko last week, he mentioned your name a couple times, and I had that. I know that name, but I can't quite place the name. And now that I've seen the Conan covers, bang! No, I mean,
yeah,
you know, because I have those. I have that one of the number 2, as you had said there.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know, I'd love to do a Conan interior. It's come up.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in the future, maybe. You know, don't know yet what's going on. Right now, Dead Romans, I got to get that done.
Well, Jeff Isherwood did a couple of Conan interiors not too long ago. I mean, it's the opportunities there for the Savage Sword.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen those. Yeah, they were amazing. Yeah,
and I personally take pride. Sorry, I'm just gonna. I'll say this and I'm done, Uncle. I personally take pride that a lot of current Conan artists are from Canada, and I think that's wonderful. That it's great for us.
Oh, and you know, shout out to Jim. Jim is killing it with, you know, that's like all him kind of. He's got this network of all the storylines, and I've never seen a guy who is just like, it's in his blood, man. All hearing him talk, you just get his enthusiasm is contagious. I love it.
Thank you, Nick. Okay, yeah. I'm done. Sorry,
you're welcome. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
We had a question in the chat. Nick, when is your Exquisite Corpses exclusive coming out?
Excellent question. That's something Annibal's got to answer to me. I don't know when. That one's already been done. I don't know. It's not out yet. I'm sorry. I don't have the answer for that. It's got to be soon, I would presume, because it was submitted like last month. So they don't tell me these things, guys.
Another one of our friends joined, our buddy Stevie. And Stevie, did you have a question for Nick?
Oh yes. First of all, it's a pleasure talking with you.
You as well, Stevie. Good to meet you.
My question is, in your creative process, is there a time of day when you feel where the art flows better than another time of day?
Oh man, loaded question. Well, okay, deadlines are always a kick in the ass to get those juices flowing. The funny thing is, it's one of those things. Okay, so I usually first thing in the morning, you know, after your morning routine, I get a surge, and then I would say early afternoon is like you just kind of lays out, and then that surge comes back later in the day, and then so I try to get at least a few hours of decent. And I'm not the fastest artist. Like I'm working right now at a pace of 2 interiors per week and 1 cover. So, you know, I mean, I know some guys like Adam Gorham, they're just churning out pages a day, and I'm like, good for you, man. I wish I had your
I don't know how people do that. That's awesome.
You know, I slow and steady for me. That's the way it goes. But I admire guys who can just churn them out.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I have a question that goes kind of along with that. When you're reading a comic book, do you like look at the picture and you're inspired to draw it, and you got to stop reading, go find something to draw with, and draw that image sometimes?
When I was young, absolutely that. In fact, what I would do is my routine was always the same. I would read through the whole book, get the narrative down. Then I went through the whole book again, page by page, just absorbing the art. That's what I love to do. And that's why, like, when I do my own work, I take the extra time. I take the extra time to make those pages. I want the reader to sit there and go, "Oh fuck, man, that's a nice page. Let me just look at it for a moment," because that's what I used to do. And if guys can do that fast and get the same result, God bless. It takes me a little bit of extra time, but I want the reader to have that moment. To have that moment and go like, "Wow, what a nice page, man." And
how did that guy get so good?
Yeah.
That moment.
I love that, because that's what made that's how I fell in love with comics. Like, guys, man, I was a serious comic head for a while. I can tell you every artist on like X-Men from from like Dave Cockrum straight through to Jim Lee.
Wow.
I know like the issue numbers, man. Like I just absorbed. That was like the main series I was into. There was also like Fantastic Four, Alpha Flight, Spider-Man, but I mean, X-Men was my kind of bread and butter, and and even like I have a personal affinity for the late Dan Green. I always thought he was the most underappreciated inker, because anything he did turned to gold, and a lot of artists that I loved, I never thought it looked the same via other embellishers as it did with Dan. I never got a chance to meet him while he was alive.
Died in the hole, comic guy. You're like you've been in like pretty continuously. You've been following comics for many years.
I mean, I'm going through a period where I was really into it, and no, I've fallen off, and luckily some guys like Fred's been into it also. I get the scoop from him, and no, I got really back into it lately. But you go through periods where you fall out, and part of it is also in the creative process. You're like, am I even doing anything original, or am I just like grabbing from other people? So I would deliberately avoid looking at other people's work, just so I can, like, do your own thing, dude. Like, don't, focus on your own shit and make your own work yours. Don't just like try to grab because it's so easy to be influenced from other people. But I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's actually just gets the juices flowing, and anything you do will just be an amalgam of all your influence. I mean, that's life. That's life, guys.
Very cool. Hey, Rich, I think there's one person backstage. Is that our?
Oh yeah.
Hey, everybody.
That's
a brain power for Suspiria.
Oh my God, it did work. I said her name 3 times in the chat.
Oh. That's how I communicate with her as well. Yeah.
Hey.
There we go.
Buenas noches.
Thank you for showing up.
So many people today. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Okay, guys, just so you know, like I'm doing like a half a page today. She's already done like 3 covers. That's the difference,
Well, I mean, but I do improvise and throw a bunch of splatters, and I'm a little bit more of a dirty painter. But I have to say I'm a little disappointed by the rum ham. That's a lot of meat. But sloppy steaks.
I was in a band called Lot of Meat back in the day.
Sloppy steaks was my second choice, but rum ham just makes me laugh, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I wanted to be that one just to, I have a question for him. He's so talented. He's so freaking, he knows his history. It's going to be a great, great show. But I'm just going to go sloppy and have this question and just be it. I just can't help it. I'm a clown. But
yeah. I told her when she said the question, I'm like, he's going to think I'm insane, and she said no, that he'll know exactly what you're talking about.
Very transparently, yes.
Yeah, but thanks to Spirit for turning us on to Nick.
Yes,
I really wasn't familiar, and it just blew me away. Like when you sent me the link, it's just like you were right. I guess. How do you guys know each other?
I told you.
Yeah.
Oh, from fan. I was actually a fan. And Fred introduced me to her work. She did like a sketch cover for Dead Romans, and I was just like, man, who's this? Hey, they can't take my thunder from me. And then she was at Fan Expo Toronto last August, so I was just like, hey, who are you? And then we've been friends ever since. Yeah.
Very cool. Mm-hmm. So how I'm curious because I hear so many various things about Fan Expo. Is it really that crazy busy?
Yes.
On Saturdays?
Saturdays it's insane. It's shoulder to shoulder. You can't even. It's
wild
and
yeah.
It's a fun show. I do really well at it. I'm sure Sus does really well as well.
I was watching different channels as they were going through MegaCon, Comics Den, and these, and they're going through like Artist Alley, and I'm looking for friends because I know Greg Gunn was there, and so I'm looking, and they walk right by Suspiria. I could see Suspiria there, and they don't stop to talk. I'm like, guys, what are you doing? And they go and talk to somebody else I don't care about. It was very frustrating to watch them walk right by Suspiria's table and not like stop and talk. Yeah. Always. Yeah.
Actually, she's going to be doing one of the variants for Dead Romans.
Oh, really? Sweet!
Wow. Really? Very cool.
Yeah.
That's some breaking news, everyone.
Let's. Okay, I never wanted to do a cover because Nick. Okay, his covers are so amazing. So when I saw his art for the first time, I'm like, I can't do a cover for these people. This is like, I mean, how can I compete with this and make it better, Okay, so he's gonna probably his head is gonna explode right now, but he's my favorite artist. Sorry, Mom. Well, my mom, Nick. Okay, I don't want to get my mom. I'm mad. She's not watching. She's sleeping. But yeah, Nick is other level. He's other level. It would be an honor, but I will be very will sweat a lot. I just can't do this. If you guys are not ready for his cover for Exquisite Corpses.
We were just hearing about.
Oh yeah. I can't show that one yet. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know when it's coming out. It should be soon, but
awesome.
She got to see a little sneak peek of it.
I'm fascinated by that. Yeah. I imagine that's something you would absolutely crush.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see
that. Thank you for saying that. It's of Fox Mask Killer. Is that the name of the character? Just it's very kind of shot, just her holding a sword, blood coming down, and I had a lot of fun working on it. Another one coming up, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Wow!
Yeah, actually, Sus is doing a variant for that as well. I think for the same issue. So you're going to get a double. Me on one, her on the other. Yeah.
I buy a lot of comics, so I'll be buying both.
Yeah, who am I kidding? Is this Kickstarter active, Nick, that you were talking about earlier?
No, I'm not actually doing a Kickstarter.
Sorry, then I got confused when you. Yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking of Roddy's again. Sorry.
I think that one's already done. It was successful.
Yeah, that is done. I've got 3 books coming from it. So
yeah,
and I know that your cover's one of them. Now that I've seen it,
Yeah, I think Mike did one for it as well, right?
I have Mike's coming as well. Yes.
We had a question from JSS.
Yeah, for cons.
What cons are Nick and Suspiria planning on attend this year, so we can stop by the table?
New York.
Yeah, we're doing New York.
And then I believe
are you
there's
doing
that other
Fan
one. Oh, most likely yes. Most likely yes. Fan Expo. I always table with Fred for Fan Expo.
Are you doing all the Fan Expos or
no? Just August in Toronto.
Okay.
And then for US will be the New York show. And then possibly the Columbus. Oh, sorry, that's the what I was trying to think. Columbus in I believe it's December.
Oh, that's
it hasn't been confirmed yet, but I thought that would be a good one to do just because at that point Dead Romans previews will be out. So I thought it'd be a good way to just get some hardcovers out and get the hype going.
Very cool.
So
guys, Dead Romans. I mean, please, I love Dead Romans. I've said it a bunch of times. I put it on my story 100. This comic, A Reign of Eisners, it's one of the most unique, best comics, accurate historically. Everything is just perfect and it's beautiful. So I from this little space that I have right now, I would say read this comic, buy this comic, because it's amazing. These two are a dream team.
Oh, and sure. Not to cut off Sus, but it's another little roundabout, everything goes around as to what we were talking about earlier. Yannick, who got me, led to my first. I'm doing a cover now for his new series with Rick Remender called Seep, and he's doing a cover for Dead Romans.
Very cool.
So yeah, isn't it? See, all the connections last. You make connections, if you're not an asshole, things work out down the line.
It's what we find doing this.
You brought up Yannick. Yeah, I found one of the ones I had that Yannick did that I had him sign.
Right on.
Batman Incorporated first series number 3.
Yeah,
he did the art for the book. So and the cover. So yeah, Yannick is a really nice guy. I got to interview him on my channel when he was at Ottawa Comic Con. Not last summer, but the year before. And that guy's got some interesting stories that he wouldn't tell me on camera, but said, "Shut that off, and I will tell you."
I'm sure he's seen everything. Yeah. Also, I'm doing another cover for Wes's book. If you guys know Wes Craig, the book, his book Kaya.
I don't know that one. Everybody.
Cool.
Wes and I started together at around the same time when we were little boys, fresh into comics. I do Underworld. He was doing some DC book. I don't know what it was, but
Very cool. Yeah. So we do we try to keep it to an hour to respect your time, but so other things that you want to promote. I know everybody needs to be on the lookout for the Exquisite Corpses. Dead Romans Invicta is coming.
Big one, guys. Dead Romans Invicta. Yeah.
There's a something night that we're not allowed to talk about yet, but it's coming.
Corpse Night. I mean, I've seen other previews, so I don't know. The main, because mine is an exclusive that I'm doing for that.
Okay.
Corpse Night. It's Skybound, I believe. It's coming out on Skybound.
It was my I totally misspoke. I meant to say Pale Night. I said Corpse Night. I let the cat out of the bag. Tell them they can sue Chanko.
Yeah. So Pale Night is out, guys. Mad Cave, go get it. Awesome book. Corpse Night, that's with Skybound. That's coming out, I believe, this month. I think 22nd is the release date for issue 1. My exclusive will be coming out with that. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that's coming out. I don't know when that's coming out, but
that's got to be exciting, right? I mean,
oh my god, yes, absolutely exciting. Yeah,
to do a Turtles covers, that's gotta. I mean, it's like one of the OGs of the independent comic thing. One of the things,
and it's for a horror arc, so they asked me to full on go, do me heavy shadows, which is kind of my bread and butter, and
amazing.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
That will be fantastic. Sussy, you have a million things coming out. I see. I just got a couple things actually. Just got a couple.
Yeah, guys, she does have a million things. Every time I get like one cover done, she's done like 6 of them at that point, and I'm like, what am I doing with my fucking time, man? Like,
for that.
Everybody, the neighborhood watch. Go make sure you're supporting our buddies.
I have to feed my cat.
Yeah.
I have to make as many as I can because my cats eat a lot of very expensive food, and I need cute casseroles and a lot of organic litter. So that's what happened.
And you have
organic litter. You could save money by letting them go in the garden. I know that from experience.
You have conventions coming up too, right, Susie? You're going to New York, and you're going.
I'm to New York, San Diego, maybe Heroes, maybe Vegas. I'm not sure. And then Columbus to GalaxyCon. So yeah, there's a few. Wherever
Columbus, where's Columbus?
I'm going. Columbus is a beautiful foodie city in the United States. That's GalaxyCon. I think it's December. I believe.
Is that Columbus, Ohio, or is that where is that?
Ohio.
I think Columbus, Ohio is
in Ohio.
Okay.
You're rich.
That's me. Yeah.
Don't ask the Spanish one. Don't ask.
But not Chicago. Not doing Fan Expo Chicago this year.
Maybe Fan Expo. Okay. There are just too many, and honestly, to be honest, like I have to finish commissions and other stuff. I will be traveling all the time, but I don't want to make people more furious with me because I take my time doing the cover. So, but yeah, as many, if they want me there, I will be there. They pay for my food. Hell yes. Nice.
Very cool. Everybody, please follow both of our friends, the great Suspiria, the great powerful Nick Marinkovich on Instagram. Please support our buddies as we always do. All the things that were just mentioned, we want to buy those covers. Want to make sure you're supporting, and particularly Dead Romans. Dead Romans, get the hardcover of the first 6 issues. Get Invicta when it comes out. This is Nick's real passion project. But let's support our buddies. It's great that people give us their time to do this, and we love to introduce people to you guys. Like as Suspiria introduced me to Nick, it's great to be able to introduce him to all of you, so you can see what great talent is out there that maybe you haven't seen yet. But thank you so much for doing this, Nick. This is one of our favorite things is meeting new people, showing everyone what these fantastic artists are doing, and making new friends. And thank you, Suspiria. Thank you for popping in. We love you. You're one of our favorites. Yes. But everyone, please support. Please jump on Instagram and say hi. Yeah, thank you guys so much for coming on, and thanks, Nick. I'll reach out after this. I'll make sure I get a place to send you a Chonko shirt.
I didn't get a chance.
And a big nasty shirt. Yeah.
Which one do you want? I couldn't decide on really which one to wear, so I thought I'd wear one and bring the other.
That's our model. He's modeling our shirt.
Today we've got the big nasty shirt for the big nasty man.
Please, I will wear it. I will wear it.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're serious. You're getting it. At Suspiria, we're not shy.
You'll see. Fan Expo shots will be me wearing that T-shirt.
Sweet. Taking selfies with that.
Yes,
please do. That's our favorite. Yeah, it's my favorite thing in the world when I see somebody show Matt. Like Matt knows he's rocking the colors right now. So yeah,
I got some over there.
There's big nasty. Yeah,
Matt's got to get around to getting his own T-shirts.
Yes, it's true. But thank you both. Thanks, Nick. And I'm gonna reach out on Instagram after this. I'm sorry. Did we miss anything? Anything that we need to promote? I usually ask. I'm sorry.
Oh, you nailed it. Dead Romans 2. That's the main thing, guys. Dead Romans Invicta previews coming out in the fall. For Torontonians, Mississaugians, i.e., Greater Toronto area, I will be doing a signing at Gotham Central I believe it's May 1st. We'll check there, whatever it is, if I'm not wrong exactly. But I will be there with Jim Zub and Chip Zdarsky.
Is that Free Comic Day this year, or is that a Friday?
Oh, maybe it is. Honestly, I don't know. Carlos just reached out to me, and
it's Free Comic Day is I have it. Sorry, it is May 2nd.
Very cool.
Is that the Saturday? If that's the Saturday,
yes.
Then that's
yes.
Okay. Then that's when I'll be there.
Very cool.
Very cool. All right.
And guys, I signed.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes, please visit. Normally, I mean, what we do now is we just kind of do a hangout portion. We show nerdy comics. You guys are welcome to hang out as long as you want. It's just we always like to respect time and we always, when we say an hour, I like to try to make sure that we're keeping it because we know you're busy. But yeah. Thanks again. If welcome to hang out for the nerd portion too. If you want to watch us show silly comic books.
I mean, I'm going to sign off, but I get it, guys. It was an absolute pleasure to.
Good.
And please reach out anytime. I'd love to be back on when Dead Romans 2 is coming out, and I will gush about it and.
Most definitely.
Yes.
Throw Dead Romans at you. Yeah.
Anytime you need to promote something or you have something coming up, let us know. In fact, we're going to unveil a little bit of a new segment tonight, promoting our friends, some of our friends that have stuff off. We're gonna kind of incorporate that into the show from now on. But absolutely any time. And
did you get Susie? Did you get Susie and the Banshees to make the theme song for that? I heard you guys mention earlier. So.
Yeah. You know what? For the Susie fans out there, that was like a pinnacle show in my life. Well, I remember.
I would believe it. I've heard really good things about them live, and I was sad I didn't get a chance to see it.
That was like 1992, if I remember correctly.
Oh wow, that's still height of her powers.
Yeah. It was insane. Like that was. I've been to a couple of stadium shows. That was the first smaller concert venue.
You gotta see Punk. You gotta see Punk in the clubs. It loses a little bit when it's in the stadium.
100%. You know,
I have when I start to flex on my punk rock roots, like I saw Jane's Addiction and Smashing Pumpkins for $4.50 in 1987.
Wow.
Yeah, and you mentioned that I had seen Susie just a few months prior at the first Lollapalooza. Jane's headline that show, cool. And that was but that was the big stadium game. And it's funny. I was telling Susie, Suspiria rather, Jane's, because she's like, are they even any good? I'm like, Jane's rocked it live, man. This was like at the height. This was before Porno for Pirate.
Honestly, I found Jane's Addiction one of the hardest bands to learn how to play.
Yeah, they were the first time I saw them was right as Nothing Shocking dropped, and Perry Farrell was on. I don't know what kind of drugs he was on, but I was very young.
I'm sure lots of them. Yeah,
he was insane. But I
have a friend that got to see the Ramones twice, once in the stadium and once in the club, and he said it was so much better in the club.
Oh yeah, 100%. And Nothing Shocking. That was my favorite album.
Oh yeah,
too. That's the one, guys. All Jane's fans gotta hear that album.
Yes, that's it turns out something is shocking, because that did shock me when I first heard it. It was that was a wild one. Yeah, back in those days, I like that story about me being 14 in a abandoned warehouse with drums of fire warming the place. That's real. That absolutely happened.
Yeah.
I laugh because my first punk show that I saw that I got to go see a band with was in the high school foyer. They couldn't get any other gig that would let them in the building.
Those are the fun ones.
Yeah. You guys know Susie used to be a singer in a band?
Really?
It was. What band were you in? Wait, okay. Breaking news. Nobody's going anywhere now. We're camping out.
We're gonna bring out the rock and roll.
What was your band?
Very funny because I was like, "Ooh, I'm not gonna say that I was in a band."
Now we know. Now
She
we know.
was. She was.
I was when I was very young, 18, 19 years old. I was in Barcelona, and we were in a prog rock band.
Like Genesis.
Okay, it's the worst combination. Progressive rock mixed with Tool and then
I always
No Doubt.
I imagine it was more like Can, but you do you.
Listen,
it's your journey.
Genesis could easily mix Genesis from the prog rock, and then Peter Gabriel could easily mix with what's her name, Gwen Stefani. But when you talk about the other one, that's a little difficult. Tool. I mean, I can't listen to five seconds of Tool without wanting to put a gun to my head.
Oh my God, dude!
It's so depressing. He's so depressed. He's so depressed. It's like,
all right, somebody put Matt on mute. That's enough. We can't hear any more of this heresy against Tool. Like, yeah.
Guys, my partner Fred, he's the biggest Tool fan, and
I love Tool.
I'll like do Tool jabs at him.
Circle, man. I love Perfect Circle.
For the record, I didn't say they were bad. I just find it a little depressing to listen to, and that's what it's hard.
Yeah,
I was always more of a Perfect Circle
Technically,
guy.
they are fantastic musicians.
Yeah, there's a when you're talking about Genesis, Spin Magazine did a it was like a poll of the worst music moments of all time, and it was Peter Gabriel leaves Genesis and the band survives was like one of the worst possible moments.
Well, they are different. They really are different bands. Without them.
Not good at all. Not good at all.
But, look at this moment. Did you guys see that one?
But Segura, I have a question.
We didn't get to the name. You didn't tell us.
Yeah, what was the name of your band?
The name was Sylvania.
Sylvania?
Sylvania. We actually did one show. We're rehearsing every weekend, and we did one show. And that was it. Thank goodness. No, but actually, a lot of people, they like my voice. I was very surprised at the end of the concert. They're like, "Oh, we love your voice. It's so unique." Okay, cool. Maybe one day. I think my mom might have some of the sticks.
That's better than my band. That's better than my band name in high school. We called ourselves the Bleach Buttholes. So
that's a great name.
I love it. Obviously,
Bleach Buttholes. Now that's a great name.
Did
you ever? You remember? Nick would remember the Forgotten Rebels.
I mean, I know of them.
Come on, that was Hamilton's.
I know the drummer.
Yeah.
Do you really?
They're amazing.
I'm surfing on heroin. Get a needle, gonna stick it in. I'm surfing on heroin.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I see a question.
There you go. I'm muting.
This one's for Susie. Okay, who's
more cowbell?
Tool or Korn? Susie, take that one.
Bring it in. I like Tool.
Of course. Anyone with taste. Yeah, I have to admit, like early on, I was like, it's like one of those things. It's like, I was like such a hipster. It was like as they started getting kind of popular, I'm like, oh, I don't really like this. I'm above it. But then it's like somebody comes over and they're playing like on my record player. They're playing a Tool album, and I'm like, oh my God, I actually love this. And I was like, why did I hate this? And then like cursing my hipster roots where I'm like anything that's popular I'm not allowed to like, and then suddenly I like the thing.
I think I went through the exact same phase. Like especially now at this age, like I'm getting old, guys, and I listened to bands from the 90s that I completely blew off as being like, oh man, that's not cool. And I listened to it, I'm like, okay, dude, you're being a douchebag. Like this is actually not bad at all, and
so you like Korn now?
Yeah.
What do you think, Korn?
Well, Korn was the top of the list. No, okay, but for example, because I was trying to be like the cool kid at the time, and in my high school, like grunge was all the rage. So like, like Nirvana, and hey, when you listen to Nirvana today, you're like, okay, this was actually pretty good. What was I being a dick about? But at the time, I had to be into like the real underground bands, whereas I remember was exploding.
We heard "Smells Like Teen Spirit" for the first time, and within 15 minutes, we were jamming it because we liked it so much.
Yeah,
and it was just a lot of fun because
I was in with Nick. I was rejecting it at first, and then
exactly right because it blew up so fast, and you're like, okay, all the people I don't like in school are into this band. Right. I can't like this band. But you listen to it now more objectively, and you're like, okay, come on, it was. Yeah,
I get it. It's like, when the football team's liking that thing, it's like, no, I don't like this at all.
Right, right.
But then suddenly it's like, it's But and the thing is, like, what I was an absolute unmitigated asshole was like to like old country music, like how did I not like Dolly Parton? Like I didn't I was like, oh, I'm not gonna listen to it. And then you listen to it when you're a proper adult and you're like, oh my God.
Well, yeah, now I can spend hours listening to Kenny Rogers just because it's just couldn't stand it back then, but yeah.
But did you guys hear sorry, no, it's okay. I apologize for interrupting. I was listening to an interview with Chris Novoselic from Nirvana, and he was reciting this one moment where they were on stage where Kurt turned to him and he was just like, all the people at our show are the people who wanted to beat me up in high school. And it's that's how I felt as to who was a Nirvana fan back then, you know? And I really empathize with that quote,
Yeah. Well, it was like, that was the music I would wear these, and people would be like, what's that stupid t-shirt that, and I'd be like, it's that, there were like local bands, like some of the names were shocking on purpose. Like one, local like Chicago underground punk bands. Like there's a band called The Plague, but there was a band called, and this is a wild one, but it was like a yellow shirt I had. And it was just like a smiley face, but it was Sharon Tate's Baby was the name of the band. Yeah.
If that's not the grimmest band name I've ever heard, that's awesome.
My mom throws it out, like she throws out the shirt in horror, and like I come home and she's crying. Why do you think that's funny? And I was like, well, yeah, it's mostly because it offends other people that I think it's funny.
That's part of the fun. Well, I think
yeah.
No, we talk about band names. My last band was mostly prog rock, and we called ourselves Porcelain Mannequin from the line in the song The Carpet Crawlers by Genesis, which was from the last album Peter Gabriel did before he left. There, the Lamb on Broadway there lies down on Broadway. So that is an album. If you've never sat and listened to it, listen to that one. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, it's my other thing. I collect vinyl records. I know it's like a. I'm sorry.
Me too. It's an addiction.
And it's when you try to explain to people that it sounds better, like some people will debate you on that, and you have to like say no, like they're like, oh no, electronic, an electronic like it's like or a streaming or something, and you got to explain that. No, this is just like an approximation of what was actually recorded, whereas the record itself is authentically as close as you can get to the actual, day in the studio. I think.
Mm-hmm. There is nothing cooler than listening to on vinyl the first LP, the Please Please Me one that the Beatles did, knowing that they did that in one day.
Is that true? I didn't know that. Yeah.
With the exception of two songs, which they had already previously recorded, Love Me Do, and I can't remember, it was whatever the B-side of that was when they did that. They had to do the other 12 songs in one shot. And the last song they did of the day was Twist and Shout. And the reason that screams so bad was that Lennon was sick. His voice was shot. He took one of those Halls-like things that they had in Britain at the time, sucked on it for a second, and then ripped his vocal cords on, well, shake it up, baby. And that is, they did that in one take.
Yeah. There are a lot of records like that you can, from stuff like that. But there are like other things that I didn't like because I was like trying to be like tough punk rock kid, but like later on, like The Cure, Well, I did like the Smiths. I always liked the Smiths, but like the Cure, like I had friends that were like really and then you go back and you revisit it, and it's like, whoa, wait a second. They weren't just like whining. There was like something really good here.
You listen to the guitar work on some of the Cure, and you realize, hey, he's a better player than I gave him credit for.
He's an amazing player, an amazing songwriter, and he's actually like hilarious. He has this like image, but when you actually hear him in interviews, he's fucking funny, man. He's
hilarious. He's funny.
He has a very sardonic sense of humor.
Did you see the one where you're not sure? There's the lady is she comes up and she's asking him. She's like, oh, Robert Smith. She's like, and she goes, how excited are you for this record? He goes, not as much as you up there.
Yeah. I know that exact one, and he has some kind of I guess him and Morrissey really don't like each other because
Morrissey doesn't like anyone.
I know
Morrissey
is kind of a dick, you know.
Yeah,
he has some good songs though, man. Like I was a fan.
He's brilliant, but he's also an asshole. I paid to see Morrissey play in Chicago. He played 3 songs and threw a temper tantrum, left, and lights come on, and nobody gets the money back, just out because he didn't like the sound. So
was that recent?
No, that's 20-something years ago.
He was more well behaved on his current tour from last year. My cousin went with their kid, and they to Montreal to watch him, and they really enjoyed it. He said actually he was laid back, mellow for Morrissey.
No, just a couple of weeks ago he canceled a concert because he was tired. He said he didn't sleep well, so he's still up to his old shenanigans.
Well, you got to get a good rest these days, man. You know,
I never sleep well, so what's my excuse for my life if I don't sleep?
By the way.
But Mike, I wanted to say that we never got a chance for Suspiria to promote anything she had. If she had,
sorry.
I'm sorry. We got on that. Rock and roll
music,
guys. We're talking about bands, and then
no. Sorry, guys. This is Nick's time. This is Nick's time to shine.
Yeah.
So
we do want to make sure
I have stopped coming up.
just remember Dead Romans for me, guys. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Sus, you do.
She's frozen.
Spotlight.
She's frozen.
Frozen.
Yeah. Okay, you're unfrozen.
You're back.
Now you're back. Now, nope. Frozen. Nope.
Apparently, Alan sent his internet to her.
My Canadian connection is very bad. I don't know what's going on. You guys keep cutting out, and this must be my network.
Everybody follow at Suspiria Land on Instagram. You will see all of the cool covers that she has coming out, and yes, please support all of our friends as you always do. That everybody always goes out of their way to support the people on the show. We always appreciate that.
Yeah.
And but actually, I know for a fact that Suspiria is a big music fan because she posts good music constantly. So like
all the time. That we started chatting because of that. Sass, have you seen any good shows lately?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I got cut out there. What was our first conversation? I think it was "Goodbye Horses," right? Was it?
Yeah.
Was it that?
Yeah. Goodbye Horses.
One of my favorite songs. Buffalo Bill, Sons of the Lambs. That's how I make friends. I think if you like Goodbye Horses, we're gonna become best friends.
I'm not familiar. I'll have to look that up. Goodbye Horses is the band?
It's great. You can dance to it.
Do you recall like Silence of the Lambs? The scene with Buffalo Bill.
Soundtrack, Q Lazarus, which woman with a very tragic story actually, and that song was iconic, right? It's Buffalo Bill dance, and Buffalo has all my sympathies because it has the best great taste. Like it's just amazing taste in music, Darkwave, and he kidnaps women and makes suits out of them, but he's an awesome DJ.
And he tucks his wiener. He tucks his wiener when he dances.
He does, but he's got a great taste in music, guys.
Yes. And no matter what film he does after he played that role, all you can think of is that role.
That's right.
Oh my God! I know, right? Okay.
Yes.
He's not an FBI agent.
Okay. On that vein. Okay, this is one that I always thought of. Okay, remember Aliens? The character of Drake, that actor.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome character, right? But we all know him as the pedo from Shawshank Redemption. For the rest of his life, he'll be that creepy pedo in Shawshank, even though he was awesome as Drake, like awesome, you know. And he's a great actor. But like, fuck, man, when you really nail a role as a pedo, like that follows you for the rest of your life.
It turns out. It kind of scarred. Yeah, there are certain things like that. You know, even as I was watching Batman, I'm still thinking about American Psycho. Like I'm not.
Oh yeah, Kristen Bell.
I'm not, I'm not like he does. Like he's doing the voice and everything. I'm like, no. You're an axe murderer. You're still an axe murderer.
Keith Carradine.
That's a great movie, man.
Yeah,
I think he played a role where he escaped from a Vietnam prisoner of war camp, a true story, and they all were trying. The actors that were in the film were seeing how skinny they could get for the role. Instead of Raging Bull, he puts on 50 pounds or something like that. They're going in the other direction to bring reality to the role.
That's Christian Bale did that?
Oh,
yeah, Kristen Bell did that. Yeah, it's a hard movie to watch. I forget what it's called.
What Rescue Dawn? Is that
Rescue Dawn? Yeah,
is that the one?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my god, his name is escaping me. The German filmmaker, who we all make fun of his voice. Werner Herzog.
Oh yeah. Werner Herzog.
Yeah, he directed that. Yeah, and Christian Bale. That's like a true story of.
Yeah, it's a true story.
Yeah. He's really into that.
He got like dangerously thin in that movie. Yeah.
Was it him that did it in the Boxer as well? Wasn't he the brother? Like he was like the drug.
Yeah, he was the drug addict brother. Yeah, he did the same thing in there, but he got skinnier in the Vietnam movie. Man, he got almost killed himself trying to get too.
But
skinny.
He got the skinniest on the movie The Machinist, is I believe it's a Spanish movie, and that one almost kills him. Like that was extremely skinny. Like all those movies, that
one's crazy too. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was the second best Batman.
I'm sorry?
I thought he was the second best Batman, you know.
Who's your first best?
The first Batman, I really liked the way he played the role.
First Adam West?
No, not Adam West. Mr. Bomb or
Michael Keaton?
Michael Keaton. Yeah, Michael Keaton.
I'm sorry. Nobody beats Adam West.
You guys, I know this is an unpopular opinion, but I actually enjoyed the last one with what's his name? Twilight dude. Robert Pattinson. Okay, guys, that was not a bad movie. I enjoyed it.
He was a good Bruce Wayne. I thought he was a good Bruce Wayne, but a bad Batman. That's what I thought about.
I actually like Batflick. You know, I'm sorry, but I wish he would have got his own movie. But
Jack Nicholson. I would agree. Nicholson was the best Joker. I thought.
I liked Ben Affleck as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Ben Affleck wasn't bad. You know, a lot of people like to knock him, but come on, he played a decent Batman.
That fight scene, man, that's still one of the best fight scenes they've ever done for Batman.
The one with Superman?
Superman versus Batman, in the warehouse.
Straight out of the Dark Knight.
That was a fun movie. That was a fun movie. People knock Zack Snyder. I like Zack Snyder movies, man. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah,
I'm a simple guy. I enjoy his movies.
Justice League cut of Zack Snyder that's 4 hours long is actually a really good movie.
I like it too.
Better.
Right?
Yeah, it was better than it was better than the cut that hit the theater.
Yeah. So
300.
much better, man.
Zack Snyder is 300, right?
Yes.
Yep.
300. That was a really good movie, man. I love 300.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's like
that was like okay, in terms of adaptations, because I loved Miller's graphic novel.
Oh, yeah.
That's like a really well done adaptation of the graphic novel. Like people should be like praising that one for being so it captured the feel of the graphic novel completely, man. Like I don't think it gets enough credit for that. Like
right. It's filmed and it's reminiscent of a comic. Like it's so
it feels like a comic, you know?
Yeah, it feels like a comic come to life, yeah.
And I
hear with Sin City.
Sin
City feels
Sin City's great too.
Sin City is great. It's so good. You know,
yes.
I love movies that are black and white that add the very minimal splashes of color, like that one did.
Just like the comics were. Like the yellow man is yellow, and or like blood turns red, and I love those movies. I think those are really
that yellow bastard was that part was so nasty. I love that. I love that. It's a terrible story, but a great adaptation.
And you know, guys, like I hear a lot of shade these days on Frank Miller about his recent work. And okay, I get it. You know, it's not what it used to be. Let's point out the fact how he's, you know, well past his
body of work.
But let's not forget.
Taco did a video on it. Yeah.
I will never. I mean, he's such an influential comic artist and comic producer. Like I love his old interviews. He's a really smart guy, and he just absorbed the field of comics and knowing how to produce a book. And I think he's like the best prodigy of Eisner. And his work from like Ronin through to 300 through to Sin City. I mean, you got to look at that body of work, that progression, and like just drool at how I can't believe I forgot. I'm sorry. Yeah, absolutely. Throw that one in. Like, guys, I mean, he was on such a hot streak.
Oh yeah,
you can't take that away from him. You know,
instrumental in bringing Japanese comics to the U.S. I mean,
absolutely 100%.
Not only
I credit him.
Let me just finish. But the Lone Wolf and Cub with the
oh my god, yes, yeah.
He worked for years to bring those books over, and then he was even volunteering to do those Miller covers just because he wanted people to read Japanese comics. People when people shit on Frank Miller, like you're kind of shitting on comics because that era, he really I mean, so many influential things. The Daredevil run, of course, the Dark Knight,
Dark Knight Rises saved Batman from cancellation. Batman's sales in 1985 were so bad they thought about canceling him after Crisis was done. And Frank Miller's book came out, and the sales of Batman went so high they decided to do the movie.
That was my video. I talked about that.
I remember that
had cratered for Batman was there were some of the New 52 books in Marvel were outselling Batman. It was so crazy. And Frank Miller really brought that character back. The thing is about people that they're kind of shitting on him right now. I'm sorry, I'll get off my soapbox, but he's clearly infirmed. He's clearly older, and he's not feeling well. Yeah. But that guy has license to do whatever he wants, as far as I'm concerned, until he retires or not here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
And in terms of comic producers, I gotta say that is a thing you think about. And I mean, I'm not gonna say who I've talked about this with, but other guys, I'm 50 now, and I've talked to other creators my age group, and we talk about guys who we grew up with, idolized, and when we look at their body of work, you always see there's that tipping point where it's not what it used to be. And I think we're still at the top of our game, knock on wood. I hope you guys feel that way, but
absolutely.
I don't know how long that will last. And I think every creator gets to that point where you're like, how much do I have left in me?
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Well,
really,
I think that all you do is knock on wood and hope you're like Jack Kirby and Neil Adams, who stayed great, proficient, and was working right to the end.
Yeah.
Certainly Neil Adams did. I mean, Kirby did maybe fall off a little bit, but he's the king for a reason. The guy you can't really.
Yeah. I mean, Kirby's output is insane compared to what I mean, I'm embarrassed by what I output versus what he was doing like daily. You know,
Suspiria's approaching it. She's approaching Kirby levels recently.
Yeah,
she's got a lot of good stuff coming. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head as to my point. Yeah,
but yeah, I guess that's another thing. I mean, we didn't really ask you, but like you're clearly a like historian with not only history but with comics. But who are some of your influences? You mentioned a couple, but one that is evocative to me, and tell me if I'm off base. Sienkiewicz?
Oh yeah,
Sienkiewicz. Sienkiewicz?
Sienkiewicz. Yeah, Sienkiewicz. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, he was like one of my main influences. I loved his New Mutants run, Elektra. Yes. Voodoo Child is one of the best works of comics ever, which oddly enough, people don't often point that one out. I think it's fucking amazing. Incidentally, and not many people know this, Will Eisner actually helped him with the layout.
Really?
Yes, I heard that from Mark Asquith, and that was not known. But when you look at the panel structure, and I look at that, I have that book open all the time. And guys, anyone who has not read or seen Voodoo Child, pick that one up, especially if you're a Bill fan, because I think that is up there. And I don't think Bill even knows me, man. But fuck you, Bill. But I'm promoting you anyway, man. Like, because I love your work so much. But okay, apart from him, Mignola, absolutely.
Heck yeah.
You know who else? I'm really fond of the late John Paul Leon. I thought he was a wonderful artist and gone way too soon. It was actually heartbreaking when I found out he passed so early. Not much older than myself. And like I look at, and because a lot of people actually ask me, like, where did you get your high contrast style? I look at guys like John Van Fleet, Mike Mignola. Not as much Bill. Bill just inspired me to do like very, abstract kind of panel structure.
Yeah.
And I love his rendering, mind you, his rendering. But in terms of like the high contrast, that's like John Van Fleet, Mike Mignola, John Paul Leon. Those are the guys I really was fond of. And I'd like to believe I kind of came into my own style. You know, you never know. You're always like looking at your inspirations and wondering,
But it is still, I mean, you always, I mean, as you're saying, like, since you've been a lifelong comic reader, I mean, some of it has to, leak in no matter what, right? I mean,
and Miller. Miller on top of all that. Yeah. Guys, go on. I apologize.
No, you. No, you don't have to talk. Like I'm a big Miller fan. In fact, like when I'll send, like what we call AOKs, which is like it's an act of kindness. All the comic nerds, we all send these to each other. And a lot of times I include a copy of Ronin when I send books to people, because
oh my God,
a lot of people haven't read it, and it's so influential.
So much. Yeah. And like that in that book, I believe that's such a good transition point between when he was like, you see his almost like Mobius influence at that point, and when he went off on his own with 300 and Sin City.
Yeah,
Ronin is that like pivotal point between Daredevil, right? Daredevil, Ronin, then 300 and Sin City, and I love Ronin. I love it, man.
Yeah.
It's
so good. His artwork is so good in there. Like, everything he's doing there, it just, it's hard to overrate that.
Yeah.
And you just mentioned Mobius, who's another one of my favorites.
Oh, I mean,
Mobius.
Yeah. I think everyone loves Mobius, right? And
if you don't know what's wrong with you.
And he knew it.
and he knew it, even like I remember reading an interview with Katsuhiro Otomo, and he was like, there was like the Mobius style, like even at his point, it was like there was the Mobius style.
Right.
And you just have to pick either I'm going to draw like this or draw like something else, and you have to pick it. So even at that point, Mobius was so influential that like it was like idiot. You have to follow it as like, an established way to draw. You know, I love that. Man.
I was going to show you something. I these guys all know it, but since we're talking Mobius, but this is this Mobius graphic novel. You know, he came over, was doing some Marvel stuff, but in 1987, I went to Chicago Comic-Con and I met Mobius, and he drew this.
Amazing.
Yeah.
C'est fantastique.
Yeah. I couldn't understand a word the guy said, but I was like, "Oh my god!" Like he was like, you know, he
did he sound like? Did he sound like? Ouais, je pense que c'était une bonne chose à faire aujourd'hui.
And guys, like,
no, Matt, he didn't, but yeah,
I'm teasing. It's
and a further little Dead Romans plug here, but our colorist. So for Dead Romans, for those of you who don't know, like I did color the initial issue, but then we brought on Jose Villarrubia. For those of you who don't know, and he did a lot of work with DC with the 52, the new 52, and Jose just recently, and Jose was like a big, I mean, I loved Jose, and he was another Spaniard, just as Sus is, but older, gayer, and he just recently he remastered all of Corbin's old work circa the Mobius era with heavy metal.
Man, Richard
and guys, like get these books, man. They look gorgeous. They look gorgeous. Yeah. If you guys are Corbin fans,
yes.
Who doesn't love Corbin? Like one of the
have you seen the new reworks by Jose? I believe
I didn't see these.
Dark Horse re-released them. Oh, guys. Holy shit!
You're breaking news to me. I mean, Richard
Dark Horse. I'm doing a issue 1 cover for Variant for Dark Horse. Kerry Nord, my buddy Kerry Nord, is drawing that series. I'll be doing that. That's coming out later.
What book is that?
The Witcher.
Oh, The Witcher.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. And Kerry is doing the series. He did one of the variants for Dead Romans. And I don't know if you guys are Kerry fans, but Kerry is such a good artist. So good. Like, oh my God, you know, just like
I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with everyone, but Kerry, can you say the full name?
Kerry Nord.
Kerry Nord.
He did Conan. Check out his Insta. Holy shit, man! You guys will be like self-ingratiating yourselves. Like,
I like to get that because I like to. A lot of times when I find out about someone that I didn't know, that's somebody I want to reach out to come onto the show, especially if like. In fact, I'm such a maniac. I actually reached out to Mike Mignola to see if he would come on. He's not going to.
Listen, I've tried to get
Paul. I've a lot of big names. I ain't gonna get back for hear anything from. So yeah.
But you know, guys, I don't like when in these shows like when I see like my old heroes, I deliberately don't engage with them unless it's organic, unless I just happen to be. Someone introduces me to them because I'm not going to name names here, but I had like an awful experience with like one of my heroes where I went up and I was just like, I was so excited to meet them, brought like one of their books and they were just like a complete douchebag to me. And I was just like, okay, never again, man. Like I don't. But okay, having said that, I've organically met with heroes of mine who I thought were amazing. Like when I was young, I met Dave Mack. He was great. He was absolutely charming and very supportive. And I even thought like he was just being nice. And then like I ran into him at another con. He was like, "Oh, Nick, hey, how's it going, man? Like, you remember me? Like, yeah, like so there's an example of a cool dude,
Yeah. By doing this, everyone we've met, knock on wood, has been so cool, so fantastic. It's one of our favorite parts of doing this is making new friends, I always had a story for many years of somebody who I met at a con who was one of my heroes, who wasn't nice to me, who I just met again, and he was fantastic. But I always talked about I met Tim Vigil many years ago, and he was dismissive and just kind of blew me off. And then I just met him at C2E2, and he couldn't have been nicer. He was just great. Go. So I don't know if sometimes having a bad day, maybe
bad day.
Yeah. People have their own issues going on. You never know.
Okay,
you know what pains me? I hear so many stories, and I think we all love John Byrne's art.
Oh yeah.
But you hear so many stories that I will never go meet him because you hear too many stories of him being a douchebag. And
Joe Rubenstein, I've heard only bad things.
Really? Yeah. Okay.
And he's like one of my favorites.
Yeah.
No, I've a friend of mine and me both met George Perez. I had a fantastic time with him.
Yeah.
He George Perez basically told him to get lost. So I don't know. Maybe he pissed off George somehow. But I mean, like,
I don't know.
It's
Jeff in the chat mentions Jeffrey Darrow, and I met Jeffrey Darrow last year.
Darrow, man.
Oh, he's so good. And he was telling. We were talking about Frank Miller and Mobius. He told a hilarious story because he was friends with both. But Mobius hated Frank Miller hated Mobius. And they were friends. But so
they had a falling out argument over something.
Was hanging out with Mobius, and Frank calls Jeffrey Darrow to come over, and he's like, yeah, okay, I'll come over, and Mobius he's like, oh, I'll go too, and not knowing that Frank Miller doesn't, he hates him. But they go over, and he talks about how he doesn't know how this is going to go because Frank is kind of like the way Frank is. And it turned out they had a nice long talk and had drinks and stuff. And they became best friends like after that. But like, there was like this time where couldn't stand him. And then they can you imagine being there? Jeffrey Darrow, Mobius, and Frank Miller hanging out with beers. That would be kind of a fun time.
Well, I've heard many stories about how artists and whatever, when they met Bob Kane in his later years at conventions or whatever, they would do everything they could to make him so uncomfortable that he'd leave because he pissed everybody off, apparently.
Really? Wow.
Bob Kane loves one thing. Bob Kane, apparently. That's the story. It's like, and all he ever gets is like, by the way, I made Batman, Did you know I made Batman? That kind of, like, he's that kind of guy, apparently.
Yeah. Well, he did, kind of.
Yes, but my point is, like, that, like,
I know. I'm just proving her out. But
anyway.
What do you think,
folks?
Rick?
This is a comic show. We do get off.
Well, we're talking about comic people.
we're talking about
albums and rock bands and everything else. I'm just teasing.
Okay, you got to admit, some of the funnest shows like this are the ones that slightly go off the rails and they get back.
Yeah. No, this is my favorite stuff. Talking about stuff like this.
Other things, yeah.
It's kind of.
Let me tell you, the best person I have to say that I've ever got to meet was Neil Adams. I got to meet him like 8 or 9 times because he came to Ottawa Comic Con every year. And what was cool was the last con they held there was the COVID one, and then he passed away after that. But the last con we were at, it threw me off so much because I had talked to him many times. I bought a lot of art off him over the years, but it threw me off when I was in a cafeteria line. He turned and went, "Hey, Matt, how are you doing?"
Very cool.
He knew my name. How many guys this person meets in a year? And
absolutely.
Thousands,
not hundreds, thousands.
Yes, exactly. It made my day. It made my year.
And not only that, not only does he know your name, and there thousands of people, but it's like thousands of nerds in sweat stained Hulk shirts that had to go through to meet you, and he remembers you, because like everyone worshipped Neil Adams, like even still.
Yeah, but one thing I liked about talking with him was you never knew what was going to come out of his mouth.
Yeah.
He would say some of the most off weird tangents. It was hilarious.
And speaking of other interests, I wanted to, I'll be reaching out to you, Nick, and to Suspiria if you're interested. I had another show. I put it on hiatus for a little while, and the other show it's called Geeking Out With. And on that show, I bring people on and let you talk about anything else you want to geek out about. I mean, if there's other interests you have or anything like that, if you guys would be interested in doing that, I'll be reaching out to you. So
yeah, it's a lot of fun. I went on and we talked
Absolutely.
about Conan, and I think you went on with the Mike, eh?
Yeah, we talked about we did a deep dive into Cerebus, talking about Canadian.
Yes,
comics.
yes, exactly.
Oh my god!
It doesn't,
I'm a big
it
Cerebus
doesn't
fan.
have to be comics. It can be anything else that you're interested in. I always tell people, you know, movies, records, hot rods, anything you want to talk about.
T-shirts.
So.
Oh, and you know, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna plug Sess for a moment. She just did. I don't know if she promoted it yet. The 30 Days of Night. And when I first got into comics, what was the big comic? It was 30 Days of Night with IDW, because my first publication company was IDW. Temple Smith and Steve Niles were doing that. And who fucking is doing the new one? Suspiria. She's like doing the art for.
It's just the 4K artwork, but yeah, I'm very happy, very happy. The re-release of 30 Days of Night, which was the comic that got me actually into comics. I was a little later than anybody else because I was more from the movie poster. But that comic is a work of art. Yeah.
No, Sussy, I heard you talk one time about your dad was a big comic book fan, right?
Yes, still, they're both are. Even my mom, because she gets mad, like, it's not just your dad. That was my collection too. Yeah, that's a bunch of our magazines, the equivalent of Heavy Metal, but the Spanish version. And then he had a bunch of, from books to comics to erotica to Moebius stuff. So yeah, I'm very lucky that I was little and they let me touch and destroy all of those when I was a baby.
That has to be formative. Like that's kind of led you to kind of
to the boobs.
It sounds like, yeah.
All boobies, monsters having sex with women. Amazing. Yeah.
Something tells me she needs to be on Alan's show.
That is right up Alan's alley. That's exactly what he collects. Yeah. Yeah, that's like oh yeah, by the way, I showed you that thing I misattributed it where I said it was a Mexican comic that I got the original art for. That's from Spain. I was corrected. So we were what's this? Sorry, just I show it to you real quick, but it was this.
The image just freeze up. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, this is
such a beauty.
That's freaking sweet, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, very cool. Sorry. Just wanted to show that because I'm still pretty proud of it.
Well, I don't blame you. That's the one you got off Yaniv, right?
It is the one I got off Yaniv. And I'm gonna do like a little thing for original art, and not only that, but I did show you this. This is an original Suspiria.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Hang on, man.
Sorry.
Stupid cord. There we go. It don't want to work right for some stupid reason.
Oh, that's right. I think Suspiria lost her connection, but yeah, this is original.
Oh, did she? Oh, she did.
So see
that's Sess's work.
Yeah. She did this one. I guess it's pen and ink, and then I think the final cover was like electronically colorized, but it's a Search for the Skinwalker, I think it's called. Yeah, but yeah, really cool. But doggone it. But yeah, I
for a second. I just saw the comics and I got so excited.
That's all right.
Mike showed
that. It's my internet. It keeps cutting out when it gets very interesting. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Very cool.
Very, very cool, man.
Thank you.
What up?
Is it exciting for you guys knowing when people buy your original art that they bought a piece of you? Like, is it really awesome for you guys?
It is exciting. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I find like, especially with for my originals, the Conan stuff sells like that. You know, And I love that. I love that people like love Conan so much that the Dead Roman stuff sells well. What else sells well?
Doc.
Hi, Doc.
Sorry.
Oh,
I was just making a comment to the fan or
Nick, do you take commissions?
I do, yeah. Although at the moment, until Dead Romans is done, I'm kind of scaling back on my commissions just because of time commitments. But so anyone looking for commissions, honestly, you're looking at 2027 at this point.
Oh wow! Well, that's a good problem to have. I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to work at the speed of Suspiria.
I know. guys, I'm embarrassed when I'll like show her a cover. Hey guys, see the cover I did. And she's like, yeah, I just did like 3 today. And I'm like, fuck. It took me like a couple days to do. Oh man.
That's a
you can't run through it.
You said you're doing all digital now, or are you doing I mean, I know you said like Dead Romans all digital, but are you doing traditional as well? Like
okay, so I'm doing. Thanks for asking. So for my covers, I am doing traditional.
Oh,
so that anyone looking for the covers, the art is available. Okay. My interiors are 90% digital, except for splash pages, which I will do traditional just to.
Okay, really cool.
Because there's a demand for the splash page.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Anything you're keeping back for yourself, like things that you won't part with?
No. I'm a bit of a whore when it comes to making money, so I'll part. Oh no, but honestly, guys, honestly, like for me, the fact that someone values my work, that they will pay money for it, that means more to me than holding it. Like,
oh yeah,
I'm not. I don't know. Like I would never hold anything back that someone would actually like. Hey, I'll pay you money to have this. So you fucking take it, dude. Like, you know, I already put in a lot of work to it. You know, and I want to see the fact that you want it so much that you'll pay money for it. Great, take it.
Yeah,
like, yeah.
It's my new kind of thing is, you know, like I collect these very rare comics where there's like these Brazilian horror comics where there's like 1 or 2 in existence, but even more is original art, because you know it's you're the only one that has it. It's so special, you know, that
absolutely
that it's my new kind of passion of collecting is original art. Yeah, and
well,
and you know,
DVDs.
DVDs.
I use DVD stuff.
Yeah.
I have DVDs.
This is Stevie. This is Nick. Steve, he's a retired music teacher who now he's doing his own art, and he sends it to us. A lot of times, he's very funny. He's almost been taking it on like a Harvey Picar like Guerrilla Underground like art thing that he does, right. And we all love it. It's fantastic stuff, and he has a heart for this stuff. But yeah, these are some of the examples of Stevie D original.
This is me. Richenstein is Frankenstein, so it's Richenstein.
There we go. Here's a Batman he did.
Yeah. But, sorry, Nick, you were starting to say something. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, someone mentioned Steranko. I think it was in the chat earlier. But I was at Wayside Comics in Newmarket, just outside of Toronto, and Omar, the owner, he was showing me this this collection of prints, and it was these original of Steranko's. Like, oh my god, like you know, we kind of like, you know, Steranko, whatever. But when you look at his like stuff when he was in his prime, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, we love Steranko.
He was amazing. He was amazing. So, like, guys, like, don't blow him off. Like,
oh no,
he was like very, very.
There's a story that Brian Talbot has told over the years that I've seen online and in other things, where he talks about how Steranko had set up at a London comic convention, and he put one of his pieces from the Nick Fury books, original art, up on the table to display. And this guy walked up to him and said, "Hey, how much would it cost for me to buy that piece?" And Steranko looked him straight in the eye and said, "There is no freaking way you're ever going to be able to afford this piece." The guy he was telling it to was Simon Cowell.
Yeah.
Let's hope he didn't sell it to that guy.
Exactly. Of all the people, like,
at least sell it to somebody cool.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Right. You know.
Yeah.
Can I show a piece I drew today to these fabulous artists?
Please
do, Stevie.
Sure, Stevie.
Okay. I did electro.
There you go,
Stevie.
Very cool, man.
You're really getting your style down, buddy.
Did you send that one to me earlier? I think.
Yeah, I did it today.
I thought I saw it. Yes. It's very cool.
Know what? When I was young, one of my like standout pieces that I showed to everybody was an electro that I drew.
Oh wow.
But full disclosure, I was totally ripping off. It was from I believe it was Mike Zeck who drew it in Marvel Universe circa like 1987.
I love those books.
I 100% like ripped it off, dude. Like, and I didn't like. Okay, I had too much dignity to trace, so I would like have like the page and just like try to draw, and I drew this like amazing electro, and I was like so proud of myself. You know, I was like what 12 at the time, and I was just like showing you, look at my electro that I drew. You know,
See, what I do is
copy it off anybody, you know, and
I'll Google it.
It was Mike Zeck who drew it for, you know,
the great Mike Zeck.
The great Mike Zeck for Marvel Universe. Yeah, that's how we all start. We all start by pretending that we're greats, but we're really
that's awesome.
I've only been doing this for like 14 months. You know,
yeah.
I just started it. I'm like a teenager with my art, as far as development and the time it takes to develop into something that has the skill, develop the technique and the abilities to see the lines and draw the images, you know.
But Stevie is an accomplished jazz musician, though. Jazz trumpeter. He's very very.
That was a great. He sent us. Did you get one of the discs?
Yeah, I got one. Yeah, I listen to it in my car all the time.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting that I can associate the things, the disciplines it took to learn music to the visual arts. There's many things that correlate, you know, dynamics and hue and form and texture and all those things are similar concepts, but you just deliver them differently. Instead of through your hands, like playing an instrument, it's through your pencil and your ink brush and stuff. And that feel is so cool to me. You know, I love that feel.
Yeah, you've made that point another time. I think it's it's insightful to talk about the kind of the flow of artistic energy. I can only imagine. I'm not an artist myself, but I think it's evocative when you say it to me.
But we've used up Nick and Suspiria's time. We've held you guys up, and thanks again for coming here. We much appreciate it. Anytime you guys want to come back and hang out, man, I think me and Mike would love that. Absolutely love that.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, like this was so fun. Thanks for hanging. I love to geek out.
We did. That's great.
As we did.
Well, hopefully get you on my other show and let you really geek out about something.
Yeah, I think you guys get our vibe. So you know, we're in good company right here.
Yeah.
Yes. You're one of us. One of us.
Yeah.
Google gobble.
Google gobble.
Google gobble. That's a great movie. But, Yeah, thank you guys for doing this. We'll if you wouldn't mind just hanging on backstage, we'll do kind of an end of the show, and we just talk just for a minute or two backstage after the show. But thanks everybody for showing up for our new friend Nick, and thank you, Suspiria.
You are
for
amazing.
stopping by.
Thank you.
Knowing
Matt, and thanks
the chat.
Thanks Stevie for coming by with your questions.
Stevie.
Yeah, we really appreciate everyone.
And Suspiria, we get to see you constantly, your stuff constantly, because Chonko's a big fan, and because of Chonko's fanness, I'm becoming a big fan. So
I support my buddies. You're gonna make your way on the Chonko channel like more than once a week if you're one of my friends. So that
who do we have next week, Mike? Real quick.
Oh yeah, we need to promote this. We have if everybody is not familiar. Everybody kind of knows me by Chonko, but my name is Mike. Everyone knows my name is Mike Hansen. And we have a guy named Mike Hansen coming on next week. Mike has a website called snikt.com, like Wolverine's claws. He's undertaken a huge task of cataloging original art. So as we see on some websites where they're cataloging sales of comics and values of comics, he's cataloging original art sales of comics on this website called snikt.com. He is also one of the guys behind Collector Summit in Las Vegas, which is one of the biggest, like the high roller guys for comic collectors. He's extremely nice. We're both friends of Brian McClay, which is kind of funny because I had to distinguish, I was ordering some comics from Brian that I'm a different Mike Hansen than his other friend, Mike Hansen. So yeah, I call this other Mike too, because we have the same exact name. But he's a great guy. He has this amazing idea, really super knowledgeable guy on Golden Age comics, original art, and all of these things. I think everybody's going to like him a lot. That is the 18th. So yeah,
next Saturday. Yeah,
everyone's gonna really like him a lot. And just a couple other guests that we have coming. Josh Blaylock, I think, friends with a bunch of our friends. On the 25th, Josh Blaylock will be coming on. Just booked on the 2nd of May. Ryan G. Brown coming on. Ryan G. Brown, one of the great cover artists working today. We love Ryan G. Brown. And on the 9th, we have one of Sussy's friends coming. Ruben Nahera is coming on, who I just met at C2E2, and Suspiria did a cover for him recently, the Linkin Park cover. So yeah, we'll be having a Ruben on, and more guests coming. But yeah, next week, everybody tune in because you're going to like Mike a lot.
And with that, I'm going to say thanks again to Nick and Suspiria in our chat, and we will see everybody next week.
Awesome.
Thanks,
guys.
Peace, love.
It's a live show. It's a live show. Oh no, just wait, cause it's not just a live show, it's the live show. Yo, it's a live show. It's a live show.